Hello everybody, nice to have you here. Today is the second video of the series about a builder, and if you missed what all is it about, then please watch the linked video. Today we are talking about a builder use cases and how the native Magento Adobe Commerce integrations and extensions can be converted to a builder. If you have any ideas, please drop me a comment and I will try to make a next video about your use case. So the video which I will do today came from the Florian. So his use case is to build an auction portal where products can be sold via an auction and customers can bid on the price until auction time finished. Only the auction winner can buy a product, or it is automatically purchased by the winner once the auction finished. Let's have a look on this use case, and again, as I also told before, if we build in the standard Adobe Commerce Magento extension, we have to cover quite a lot of steps and you have to build quite massive module within the Adobe Commerce, which will be part of the monolith, which will, I would not say it will have any big performance impact. It would more cause the upgradability issues because you would need to keep it up to date with everything Adobe Commerce release in the future. So yeah, let's have a look if it's possible to build such model outside of the Adobe Commerce and what we need to consider. So the multiple steps we need to have a look on. First one, we need to be able to create and configure the auctions. For that, we need some way of the configuration and the entity management where we can do it. Then we need to extend the front end more or less on the PDP pages to display the, let's say, timer, maximum bid, information about the auction itself, let's say amount of bidders, and then the form with amount of money and then the send button for the customer so he can place his bid. We need to use the cron jobs that periodically check if the auction is ended and then make some actions after that. We need to send in emails to the winner. We need the possibility to place an order and then charge the winner after the auction is ended. We need to have the more or less admin configurations for the step I told first. So for the configuring the auctions, let's say defining the maximum durations, defining the minimum bids, the bid step, and so on. And we need to store all bids that customer place in some storage and then be able to CRUD them, basically to read, delete, update all those entities. So let's have a look what I draw here. We have Adobe Commerce system and we have a builder application. So the Adobe Commerce system that still require front-end customizations always. Because Luma is not anymore always there. So you have a custom front-ends, and wherever you build in, you want to deliver to your front-end user required to change your template. So you would need to build the block with input field, send button, let's say timer, all this front-end elements. Information about latest bet, top bet, time to the end, and so on. We're not touching now PSP, so the PSP in your case, it's still part of the monolith. So you still have a PSP module, and if you, let's say, allow customer to bid, you somehow assume he will pay his bill. So it can be the PSP provider which managing the recurrent payment with your Magento instance, or you maybe just want to send him a payment link into the email. Adobe Commerce has a GraphQL layer, so that's layer for the communication, and then you want to have your overview in your Adobe Commerce system because you don't want to have own link for the backend office. So let's have a look on a builder and what we can delegate to it. So by our flows, we have, let me shortly have a look. We have the single page application. That's the way how you manage your bids, your auctions. So you have an option to fetch the products from the Adobe Commerce system, display this product as a list, and then within your interface already, like let's say it's React or pure HTML, CSS, you can already build the form when you, let's say, create a new auction, defining the configuration for it and saving it. In this case, it's all will be saved in key value storage. So in this storage, you will store all information about auctions per product and their status. Also, let's say the status like active, completed, in progress, active, in progress, the same. Yeah, but different statuses. And this configuration for the auctions you can integrate by using the admin UI SDK into Adobe Commerce backend system. So the same you can do with a bat list. You can also use admin UI. So any SPA you build on a builder, so any like page which different elements doesn't really related to the use case I'm talking today about, can be just integrated into the Adobe Commerce backend. Then you also read in this information from the key value storage. Wait, I guess I forgot it partially. So you have one of the actions is technically let's say get auction information or status. Let's call it status, which deliver you the whole object out of the key value storage, which saved here from your configuration you configured before. And then this information is got fetched by a front-end component to receive information about latest, let's say, bets, duration, and so on, so you can render all required information for the end user. To set information back when the user bid on the product, so he entered some price, click save, and then this is coming to the Adobe IO events. You want to be sure there's only one worker on it, so you proceed them in sequence, one after another one, so that's not like they interrupt each other, more or less. And then after it's processed, you set bet for the product and you saving it into key value storage. This is the same information going into the same loop we just discussed with you. So it will then be displayed on the PDP later on. So that circle is more or less fixed. And I guess not causing any surprises here. So then let's say we configured, we have auctions running per product, and your widget, which you built on the front end, know when to be displayed, when to not be displayed, because it can fetch all information from the APIs you developed on a builder layer. Then we have alarms, which is a cron job in a builder, and those alarms will read information. So they will call in an action, by the way, which have to call the key value storage again, just to receive information about the auctions and which of them are in progress or which of them will be end soon or ended. And directly they ended, your auction defining a winner and telling, hey, this guy win. And then, okay, I'm basically wrong here. That's not an alarm sending an event, it's auction itself. It can trigger the event to the customer. Here you have two options. You can still depends on your services you're using. So I would use the SendGrid integration and just create the email template here and then use the API connection and then send an email via the SendGrid. So you bypass in Magento for that. If you have any dependency on Magento, don't know what exactly been used there, and let's say your email service don't have a direct connection you can use, then you would need to build the small module into Adobe Commerce. Then your integration already become the hybrid integration. So that's when you have to build the small Adobe Commerce extension and to build a builder, because in standard Adobe Commerce don't have an APIs to send an email out. So if you want to stay fully isolated, choose this email provider which can provide you option to send email out of the builder. A builder itself cannot send emails. And then also when the email is sent, this section can create the new order into Magento on the Adobe Commerce by just placing the order via the GraphQL or via the REST, let's say. So depending on what you like to integrate. And when order got placed, Yeah, the customer will see order confirmation. By the way, just thought about loud. I mean, if you don't want to develop the module here, but you don't have API service, you can reuse order confirmation email for these purposes, because order will be created and email will be sent. But that's a bit different email. So it's not the email telling you're a winner, it's more email telling, here you are the order, please pay it. Yeah. So, and then you manage it, let's say so the order is placed, and then you can manage it already, the PSP provider, automatically if you have the customer credential been saved. One more point, let's move this PSP provider somewhere here. And let's move this block also here, just to have it a bit nicer. It's become a bit overloaded, right? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So, what is it doing? No, yes, okay. What you can additionally do, you can maybe generate the payment link. So you can make a call to PSP provider APIs directly to get the link to the payment, and then while creating an email that you will send them to customer, you can place a link inside. It can happen from here, from Action itself, or again, you can create by hybrid model the small extension here that will do it when you send in the order confirmation email to the customer. Depends on you. I am just telling you the option you have. So let me read the original use case. Yeah. I guess that's it. So we covered the functionality of the customer receiving the link to buy the product. So yeah, if the customer is, let's say, paid the link PSP, then we'll update the order within a Magento and it can be shipped. So that's also an important point. I guess that's it. So Florian, I hope I answered your question more or less. If I forgot something, just let me know. I can always make a follow-up if some of the points are interesting and I forgot about it. We'll be very happy. Yeah. In all other use cases, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget, please, to drop your use cases. I will try to make such videos in the future also. If I'll get any use cases you can provide me. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and have a nice rest of the day. Bye-bye.